Shanti. Let us begin with meditation. Let the mind and body relax and turn the thoughts within. I feel that the energy of the body comes to the center of the forehead. And I ask myself, who am I? I am a soul sitting here in the center of the forehead, playing my part through this physical body. I let the mind relax. And I let my inner feelings emerge. I watch my thoughts as a detached observer. No comment. I watch them come and watch the thoughts go. I focus on the self. And see the flow of emotions, the flow of ideas. I am the watcher, detached. So I slowly come to know myself. To see my inner world. To understand what is within. A detached observer. Who am I? I watch my own mind. No stress, no expectations. I let the thoughts flow. I let the mind relax. I, the soul, playing my part through this body. Om Shanti. Thank you, Vijai. Thank you for that very relaxing meditation. It puts us in a stage, in a mood of relaxing, letting go. And as we talk about letting go, let go of all the heaviness that we
might have acquired for the weekend. Today we are talking, our topic today is honesty. And when we use the word honesty, there's two kinds of honesty. Honesty for the self, honesty for others and the world in general. So first we want to focus on the self. I am honest with myself. Am I honest that I don't have negative thoughts? When I look at the end of the day, what I've done for the entire day? Did I waste any resources? Did I waste my thoughts? Did I speak negative things about others? So honesty, there's an age-old saying that honesty is the best policy. So is it difficult to be honest? Or is it easy to be honest? Sometimes people are honest because there's fear of consequences. So let's go deeply into this, Vijay. Honesty?
Yes, I think it is quite difficult to be honest. Especially, I remember once in school, I stole a magnet. First time I saw a magnet. So I allowed the magnet to accidentally stick to my geometry set, a pan that I had. And of course, the next day the teacher was really upset about that. And he wanted to know what happened to his magnet.
You had a metal geometry pan.
Yes. I was not brave enough. I was sorry I did it at that time when I saw how upset he was. But I didn't have the courage to own up. I was not brave enough. Of course, I never used the magnet after that because I always felt scared to bring it out. I don't even remember what I did with it. No. But it brought me no joy after that. Mm-hmm. Still, I did not own up because I was scared. He was, a powerful teacher. So it is not always, I think, to be honest, even though we may want to be honest. And maybe that is the second part of honesty, where we look at how our attitude affects other people's honesty. Especially in a situation where I am the senior and that other person is a junior. So a father and a child, or a boss and a worker, the employee. So if the father gets angry, or the boss has a reputation of getting upset quickly, it is less likely that in his presence the junior will be honest because of being scared. It is not like the junior is not honest, but he is not honest
because he's scared of the consequence.
He's scared of the consequences, yes.
So is it proper to say that we should create an atmosphere which nurtures honesty?
I think it will help a lot. It will help other people to be honest. And honestly speaking, when people say, I'm being honest, you wonder, well, what were they being all the time? Now they are being honest. What was the previous conversation about? Were they dishonest at that time? Anyway, honestly speaking, I think that when we support people, or if we provide a supportive atmosphere, people are more likely to be honest. It is not that we are supporting people's weakness, but we have the patience to listen, to understand, and then they may still have to face the consequences, but they don't have to face my anger. I think my anger, or the explosion of the senior, adds burden to the consequences of the person being honest. That is, owning up to the mistakes that might have occurred under him.
Yeah, I remember, once My father had, bananas. He had got a bunch of bananas, and he put them to ripe. He covered it down, and I was checking the bananas every day. As soon as they were turning, I took one. My father says, "Hey, somebody's taking the bananas." He was also checking, and it's not even ripe. Who took it? You know? And
was he the teacher? I wonder if that was, it wasn't my teacher.
I was fearful to admit that, because I know, he is a very strict dad, and I didn't say I did it, but over the years I've learned to understand that how to have atmosphere, how to encourage honesty. Because on the other hand, like somebody else, I was hearing a story the other day. A kid, his dad bought him a new car, and he was driving, and the car got scratched.
The car got scratched by itself.
And
he had nothing to do with it.
So, but they had I would say a nurturing relationship. So he said, "Hey, Dad, I have something to tell you." He said, what is it, son?" He said, "I scratched the car." I said, he said, "Was anybody hurt? Did you do it by another car?" And he started looking for solution rather than implementing punishment, or the consequence of your scratching the car is, "Okay, I'm going to take the car away from you. No more driving." So it's important to create an atmosphere, a nurturing atmosphere, to encourage honesty. And as we do that within myself also, as I examine myself, how is my thinking? How many waste thoughts did I have today? How many useless conversation I had? So, about the self and honesty, it's a very deep thing. And fear is a big barrier for honesty. Anytime there is fear that I would be shouted at, I'll be punished, there is no honesty. It's harder for people to be honest. And like in the justice system, where there is harsh punishment, a lot of time people don't own up to the mistakes which are made. On other justice system, where there's mediation and there's nurturing, there's educating, which is a support system. But fear is a big barrier to honesty. Do you agree with that, Vijay?
Yes, it definitely is a barrier. And while it is that, first of all, we don't want to create fear to mitigate against other people's honesty, people must see the consequences. So the consequences are applied, but the consequences are applied in a logical way and in proportion to the degree of the infraction, so that people understand. I mean, I think one of the best methods is to allow rule and regulation to work. So everybody understands what the rules and regulation of the home is, or what the rules and regulation of the company is, or the group. And therefore, you can, even when the person does something wrong, he knows beforehand that what the consequences will be. And the job of the person who is applying the consequences to apply it fairly, and not to add your own anger to it, so that you add to the consequences that are coming. So the nurturing atmosphere, yes, but the consequences also, so that people can understand that actions have consequences.
And and honesty in relationship is very important to have to generate trust, confidence, security, honesty is very important. And in order to develop that, meditation plays a big role. Meditation is a starting point to create that confidence, create an atmosphere of nurturing for myself. Because a lot of time we talk about honesty and we talk about others, but what about me? Am I honest to myself? Am I honest to my goals? Am I honest to my belief? So honesty is something which we can all work on. Honesty is, honesty is the best policy. As we continue on our joy of journey, we find honesty being a valuable tool. And so on that joy in the journey, finding joy in the journey, if there's no honesty, there's no joy. Do you agree, Vijay?
Yes, definitely. For honesty with the self, it's a work in progress. It's something that we have to keep looking at. The idea of honesty in the self is so that the inside and outside is the same. That is what I think. I think such thoughts that I can express them in public. If it is, I think, very negative thoughts or very bad thoughts for other people, then those thoughts have to be hidden, and therefore that mitigates against honesty. Therefore, we can start with the thinking process and try to only create such thoughts that could be exposed in public, and that will help the honesty, because honesty means that my inside and my outside is the same, that what I think and feel is what I actually do and express to other people. So the easy way for honesty would be to start to develop a positive attitude for the self and for others. I mean that just being an observer, appreciating everything and every person as they are, accepting that I have faults and other people have faults. I mean, don't have unrealistic expectations. We have goals, but those goals come step by step. So it's not that when you create the goal, you suddenly expect that you will be there. I mean, I have been trying to lose some weight for a while. It's not that all of a sudden you decide you're going to lose weight. You start to criticize your self-image and feel that every little thing that you eat is so bad. It's a step-by-step process, thought by thought, let me say that. And therefore we try to make our inside such that I can open the doors of my inside and let the public view it. In that way, inside and outside will be the same. It's a work in progress, so we can start by developing a positive attitude for the self and also only hold positive thoughts and feelings for others.
So as we use honesty to find joy in our journey, let us conclude this evening, and please join us every Monday at 6:30. This video will be posted on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And you do have, honestly, a pleasant night. Om Shanti.